Hey, it's Blake with Outbound View. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be talking about kind of buying lists, especially in a B2B world, of existing contacts or companies. This recently came up, so I was answering a question on Quora about kind of lists specifically, and someone was asking, should I buy lists? And if so, you know, how should I do it? Who should I go to? All of those types of things. And literally like 90% of the responses were just horrible stories or people just saying don't ever buy an existing list because they've been burned by it. And so I think there's a couple things to think about when you think about list building or buying initial lists. The first one is just who are you buying it from? How legit is it? I mean, if you have the money, and I'd say at the top end would be go to someone like Zoom Info. You'll pay more per contact, but they're verified contacts, and on bounces, for example, they'll give you money back. Now, when you're searching around for more niche and random lists, what you'll find a lot of is just really odd looking websites that say that they sell lists for, let's say, $400 for 20,000 contacts. I mean, just absurd amounts of contacts for the amount of money that you're spending. In those situations, I try and reach out. I try and find the people on LinkedIn. If these are 1 and 2 man shops, just don't do it. The chance of that list being very good is not very good. So be very careful. Also, I mean, just you can kind of do the test when you're looking at a website that looks 10 years old and has never been updated. Probably not the best place to buy from, but try and find who's behind the company. If they don't have a full team of people doing this full time, it probably means that they built the list maybe for themselves, or they purchased a list from somewhere else and then they just threw a site up. They're trying to rank it for, via like SEO or other tactics. So just be careful. You can buy lists. There are reputable places to buy lists, but usually you get what you pay for. If it gets below the 40 cents per contact, I start to get a little bit wary of how are you actually doing this and kind of making money. Because usually that means it's not verified and people aren't actually looking at it. So just be careful when you're buying lists. Do your research, make sure there's companies behind and employees behind the companies that you're purchasing from. And don't just bet on the sample is going to be, a good example of what you're going to get. They're going to send you their best contacts in the sample. So if you have any questions, comment below. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe or reach out to me at outboundview.com. Thanks.